hope everyone had a nice week and is ready to recharge. How I spent this week, just diving into the Lord. I went to Bible study. I opened my mind up. They helped me understand that planting seeds in people is like investing. So I'm not going to invest in a poor market, right? I'm not going to try to plant a seed where the seed doesn't belong. I'm not going to throw a seed in the river because it won't grow there. I'm not going to try to waste my time talking to someone's mind that who isn't fertile yet, right? So I'm just going to read some of my thoughts today. My Christian friend told me that we are approaching the final days. So I need to get right with God, right? Every day I'm getting right with God. So this is just a misconception. When people are on their dying bed, that's not the best time to say, "Oh God, please forgive me." The best time isn't start now, and then like whatever you're going through, God has your back, right? However, this is where the most Christians' views are flawed, because if we have limited days, that means only that your teachings have limited days, right? Because at the end of the day, our message should try to be immortalized. Like my teachings on how to be healthy, how to be happy, how to be fit. These are messages that are going to be immortalized. Why? Because they're strong messages. Everyone should adopt my mindset because it will make you better, right? Just like Andrew Tate. I don't see anyone who bought Andrew Tate's program saying that they're weaker, they're broker, they're all stronger, healthier, richer, right? Health is wealth, by the way. So, my teachings don't have limited days. That means your teachings have limited days because it's a peer reflection, right? So, I know my message is immortal because it is a strong message. Being healthy is a very strong message. Being smart, being intelligent, it's a very strong message. And everyone should adopt this mindset because it only makes you happier, healthier, and fitter. So another thing Christians need to understand is it's okay to be cocky and say that God's purpose for myself is greater than anyone else's. Only if you understand we all have a part to play, right? There's a quote. Everyone can do something, but one person cannot do everything. So this is like diversifying your energy. You shouldn't, and think about it by having a little bit of water in 10 different pots. It's good to it's good to be a jack of all trades, don't get me wrong, but that's not the way to learn the best about everything. Or it's not the it's not the way to be the best at one thing. And this is what God is calling us to do. Learn everything about one topic. So then it's like riding a bike. You can learn something new, but you already have all the information in the back of your brain. So yeah, it's okay to be like cocky that my purpose is way better than all of your purposes, right? It's okay to say that I'm on the top of a pyramid, and you know how at the top of the pyramid, the top is very scarce? The top gets very lonely. So this is what I'm dealing with. I'm at the top of the pyramid, it's the highest frequency, and it's the lowest quantity, right? Because no one else there's very few, 1% is at the top. There's very few people with high frequency, high energy, right? But then as you go down to the bottom of the pyramid, more people, right? More people, especially with lower energy, lower frequency, because elevation is quantified as frequency. So as you get down to the pyramid, there's more people, because it's more spread out, with lower frequency. This is why I don't waste time arguing with people about politics, because it's like I know my views. I'm very cocky with my views. I know that my views are they're very smart, and I don't have to waste my time talking with someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's just like pick your battles. Really pick your battles. Do I really want to waste my time? Like, what's this gonna benefit me? Probably nothing. So stop wasting your time. This is what Christians are doing right now. Stop wasting your time. Time is not money. Time is love. Because, bro, I'm not going to work just to clock in. I'm going to work to spread love. I'm going to work to try to build a community, you know? Like, let's go, guys. Uh, so yeah, Christians need to understand that it's okay to be cocky as long as you're humble about it. Like, I know my purpose is fucking incredible, right? And I'm only gonna get a very high purpose if I tell myself that it's a high purpose. Like, guys, most of you Christians are like, oh, my purpose. I don't want to be too cocky because, oh, Joe Schmo's better than me. What? You're literally taking power away from you. Stop doing that. Literally self sabotaging. And that's not the way to get to the top, right? You gotta say, I am the fucking shit. I am God's fucking plan. God's working through me. And how can I help as many people on this earth as possible in the shortest amount of time, right? So the sooner we can accept ourselves, we become closer to receiving our purpose. A wise man chases purpose. A weak man chases pleasure. So think about this, guys. If you're constantly hitting that dopamine hit, if you're constantly trying to hit your vape pen, that's a weak man trying to chase pleasure, right? And constantly playing video games, that's just chasing more pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And especially with sex. Most of you guys are just lusting. There's no love in these relationships. So that's why, bro, you guys see me at the gym. I don't be talking to any girls, really, because why? They just lust. Like, I know I'm cute. I know I can have anyone I want. That's why I don't fucking waste my time. Time is very, just like any millionaire would say, bro, I already have that mindset. Time is, don't waste my fucking time. My time is valuable. So, the sooner we can accept ourselves is the sooner we become clear of our purpose. And especially with special forces, right? You gotta, it's not the person who can like see, right? It's the person that can see with their singular eye, has stronger vision than everyone else. It's not the person that can look appealing, like, oh, this guy looks like he can do 60 push-ups in 2 minutes. No, I'm that guy that does look like he can do that, but he has that clairvoyance. He's perseverance. Uh, and I just want to end this off with Matthew 6:22. It states that the eye, singular eye, the third eye, is the lamp of the body. If this eye is full of light, then the whole body is full of light or healthy. The whole body is healthy. But if the eye is filled with darkness, then the whole body is filled with unhealthiness. And if that light that you think you have is actually darkness, right? So this just means that the truth that you hold so tightly, it could all be wrong. And you have to be okay with accepting that. Because there's another verse in the Bible where it says, where this is actually a test. He makes a young, rich man give all of his possessions away and give the money to the poor. It says, sell all of your possessions and give the money to the poor. And does he do it? No, he fails the test. So this just shows you how materialism can actually very warp the human mind. And I think it's only an example in the Bible just because it shows us the Bible is the greatest test, right? It shows us how people were tried and tested and then how they failed their test. And that's a great thing because we have to be able to pass all these tests. And so, yeah, if that light that you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. So I want to use an example of a painter, right? There's a lot of things that go on with painting. You have to first master the coloring, the shading, the stroke. And so if a painter is just missing one element of his craftsmanship, like if he's messing up on the stroke and he doesn't know it, then all of his artwork is fucking trash. Burn it all away, throw it all away, it's garbage. So, in life, and as a spiritual leader, this is simply interpreted as as you may be missing one little element that you will find from the Bible. And once you find this one thing, your truth will actually become truth. Because this verse says, if that light that you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. So think about the artist. Every single piece he's ever constructed is all trash, however deep that darkness is, right? So once you find that one little aspect, and once you critique yourself, you fix it and you get better at it, that is when you find the real truth, and that is when you just excel and you thrive and you're in abundance, right? You're righteous. So Matthew 6:24 says, you cannot serve two masters, for you cannot serve God and be enslaved by money. So what does it mean to be enslaved by money? Does it literally mean trying to pay your bills every single month? Waking up every single morning at 8 a.m. trying to pay your bills? In the Bible, it actually says 365 times, do not fear, for the Lord is with you, right? So I see this as when you wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning, you're scared. Why? Because you're scared of the government taking your house, not being able to afford groceries, not being able to afford food and clothes. So isn't that scarcity mindset? God will provide. And there's another verse in the Bible where it says, it's something about your wealth. It's not give up all your possessions and be, maybe it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it to heaven. Why is that? Because if you've obtained all of that wealth, that means you've done something. And I'm not saying, yeah, actually, it is very bad to have money, because once you have money, you're supporting the tax dollars. What do the tax dollars go to? You can do your own research. I'm not going to tell you that stuff. But they go to wars, pandemics, and trafficking. Anyways, it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it into heaven. This simply means, think about all these doctors, right? Think about all these lawyers. They're all corrupt. And the only people with absurd amounts of money are the corrupt people. So, the Bible already knows this. The Bible knows everything. Like, the Bible is many generations combined into one book. And that's why people that know the Bible know their shit.